This program is supported by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the Country Press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications.
Welcome back. I'm Abby Peel, your host of Yankee Chronicle. The 2022 New Hampshire League of Craftsmen is on the calendar. Let's hear more about this annual event. Hi, Miriam.
Thanks, Abby. So the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen is a 90-year-old New Hampshire organization. We're going to have our 89th fair this year, but we're a very important organization in the state because our roots are here. We were born out of the Depression, so while we were going through the pandemic, it's one of those things that I remembered and called on to understand that we had the resiliency and the creativity to just make it through a hard time, and we've done that. I'm grateful to our members and also the people who support us, all of the people who come to the fair, all the people who support our galleries throughout the state. Our mission is to advance, cultivate, and champion excellence in fine craft. So everything we do is all craft, and it's all about the makers, and that's best seen at the annual Craftsman's Fair here at Mount Sunapee Resort every August. We're always the first Saturday in August. It's a good thing to remember. This year we're running a little bit late because the Saturday is on the 6th. So this year the fair will be running the August 6th through the 14th. We bring in the work of over 350 artists who are all jury members of this organization. But this year there's a little bit of an exception, as there has been in past years. We do have an invited guest program where we invite craftspeople who are equivalent in skill set in their mastery of a certain craft, but one that maybe we don't have very much representation in it. So we want a broad view of craft. We want to share the world of craft with all the people who come to see it. We have lots of demonstrations. We want to show people what kind of joy you can discover in making a handmade object. So you'll have the opportunity to work with clay, watch glass blowers, metalsmiths, and you mostly have the opportunity to talk to the makers of the beautiful work in their booths. One of the best parts of coming to a craft fair is actually to meet the maker, talk with them, and then when you purchase a piece, you have the memory of that conversation. I have a theory that a cup of coffee made or produced in a handmade cup tastes much better than one from Walmart or some other place. I love thinking of the people who made the cup and the conversation we had when I purchased that cup. The League of New Hampshire Craftsmen has over 600 juried members throughout the state of New Hampshire, as well as into the borders of Maine, Vermont, and Massachusetts. So today is a special day because we're going to introduce you to one of our members and the very special work that they do.
Getting into blacksmithing has been a progression of different things I've been interested in. I started off fabricating signage and was a cyclist and decided I wanted to learn how to build bicycles, so I did that. And that gradually blossomed into something a little bit more creative and diverse, and that was blacksmithing. And it's a lot of the same metal skills, so it was a nice transition, and it's really allowed me to be more creative in my everyday job. I am a modern blacksmith, I would call it, and metal worker, and I do a lot of forge work and welding and copper work, railings.
So that's an example of tapering the bar to a point, and I'll take another heat and I'll taper it a little bit more, and then we'll put a twist in it.
Being a modern blacksmith, I utilize the technology at hand. I use an old school forge and anvil, but also welders and grinders and plasma cutters.
The wire brush cleans the scale off the metal and keeps your forging nice and clean. And we're going to put a spiral on here. We're working over the far edge of the anvil.
I use all sorts of fun things that, make sparks and I can do more work with. Well, being a blacksmith, I don't actually have handrails on my house because I don't get those. I get to do handrails for other people's homes. And so far, it's been a lot of word of mouth and just making connections around the town, different events in town, and I start talking to people, and They start talking, and I get phone calls, and it's been working out pretty well that way. One of my favorite things is furniture, because it allows me to create something that is functional, but also aesthetically pleasing. And then a lot of times I'm doing a metal frame for something and a wood top or a wood bench, and then you just put the wood and the metal together, and that's really fun. I do my own woodwork. I'm definitely not a fine woodworker, but I know how to make a slab of wood flat and to finish it properly. Oh, the best part of the craft, in my opinion, is getting to meet people and talk to people about what they want, really kind of dive into their interests and their style, and then try to pull from that style and create something that really speaks to them. And then you get to deliver it, and they hopefully, fold over and start pulling apart the different details that you worked into the piece. If someone's interested in my work, I usually refer them to my website or my social media. I have an Instagram and Facebook page, and that Instagram and Facebook is really what's happening now and what's in my shop, and what it looks like when it's installed on my website is a lot less progress pictures and more finished work.
We hope you enjoyed this video. We hope that you take advantage of learning more about the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen. Come to our fair in August at Mount Sunapee Resort, visit our fine craft galleries, or go to our website, nhcrafts.org. You can learn all about us, become a member, become a supporting member. We look forward to having you join us.
Thanks, Miriam and Jay. Mark your calendars for this classic Lake Sunapee region event. It's a wrap from today at New London Hospital. Next week, we step aside from our regular show for the presentation of the 2022 New London Hospital Days Parade. Join Ashley Rowley and myself as we bring the return of this community favorite event. This week on Game of the Week, we have football featuring Kearsarge and Pelham. It will play Sunday and Monday at noon and 7 p.m. on NCTV 8, TDS channels 13 and 1013, Roku, Apple TV, and for those that don't have cable, our YCNNow.com website now carries all of our programming 24/7. Just click on the live icon and go to the bottom of the page and click on the HTTP link and hit play. I'm Abby Peel. Join us again next week as we come to you from the New London Hospital Days Parade. Stay safe, everyone.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and backup generators. Their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. Main Street Bookends of Warner. For books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.